With the beginning of the year came the biggest passenger ship of its time. The Lusitania is an ocean liner owned by Cunard Line, a British company used primarily to transport passengers across the Atlantic Ocean. On June 7, 1906, the Lusitania set out for sea as the largest ship in its time, but was more noted for its speed rather than its size, carrying passengers from either side whilst also carrying items. The ship often sailed from Europe to the east coast of North America. It was around 9 years later, in May 1915, where Lusitania was attacked by a German U-boat in the Atlantic waters. The sinking of Lusitania in May 1915 sent shockwaves throughout the world. After the German
Passengers
U-boat
and
attacked
crew
the ship
scrambled
in
for
the Atlantic
lifeboats,
waters,
desperately
chaos
trying to
ensued.
escape the sinking vessel.
The tragic event claimed the lives of over 1,100 people, leaving a lasting impact on history. The sinking of the Lusitania served as a stark reminder of the dangers of war and the devastating consequences it can have on innocent lives. It represented the epitome of luxury travel, offering passengers a taste of elegance and comfort on their transatlantic journey. In the loss of nearly 1,200 lives, there was 128 Americans. The incident stirred widespread outrage, as the attack targeted a civilian vessel and violated principles of the maritime warfare. The sinking fueled anti-German sentiment in the United States and intensified calls for the nation's entry into the war against the Central Powers. The tragedy served as a catalyst for a shift in sentiment, pushing the United States closer to joining the Allies. While the U.S. did not immediately enter the war, the sinking contributed to a growing sense of moral outrage and a realization that remaining neutral might no longer be sustainable. Ultimately, this event played a significant role in shaping the narrative that led the United States officially entering World War I in 1917. Then, in January 1917, Arthur Zimmermann sent a telegram to the German ambassador in Mexico. He promised to return to Texas, now Mexico, and Arizona. However, the British intelligence intercepted the telegram and the word spread. This infuriated the Americans and believed war with Germany was necessary. This also led to anti-German sentiment and violence against German Americans. On February 1, 1917, Germany resumed unrestricted submarine warfare. German military leaders believed that they could starve British into submission only if U-boats began sinking all ships on sight. The Germans did not believe that the United States could raise an army and transport it to Europe in between February 3rd and March 21st. U-boats sank 6 American ships. On April 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to officially declare war with Germany. Surprisingly, U-boats were initially not well received by the German Naval Command, who favored surface vessels. However, their effectiveness in disrupting Allied shipping soon became evident. A little-known fact is that U-boats often relied on surface attacks using deck guns rather than torpedoes, considering their limited torpedo stocks. The legacy of German U-boats in World War I set the stage for their more infamous role in World War II. President Woodrow Wilson's decision to engage the United States in World War I was influenced by multiple factors. One significant reason was the unrestricted submarine warfare conducted by Germany, as exemplified by the sinking of the Lusitania. The repeated attacks on American and neutral ships raised concerns about the safety of international waters and American lives. Wilson's desire to shape the post-war world through his vision of peace without victory and the establishment of the League of Nations also played a role. He believed that the U.S. involvement could contribute to creating a lasting peace and preventing future conflicts.